Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to War Games News Radio and Fallout 2D20 Live. Thank you so much for joining us here today on this lovely Friday. TGIF, thank God it's Fallout. Hello, adventurers. My name is Ryan. I will be your overseer, host of War Games News Radio, and these are our lovely players. Happy Friday, players. How we doing?
Hello, happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Hello. Welcome to episode 17 of our live play campaign using the Fallout 2D20 system by Modifius Entertainment. We are on YouTube and Twitch every other Friday, and a big thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. I know the weather is getting nice out there, and well, in other parts of the world, it's kind of gross here in Toronto at the moment. But you could spend your life minutes on anything, and we appreciate you spending them with us. If you missed our last session, it was a very special one-shot featuring Justin as overseer, which was a ton of fun. But we are back on the main campaign in the prime timeline here tonight. But it's still a very special episode because we have an awesome giveaway courtesy of the folks at Modifius Entertainment. I'm not sure if you can see here, but we've got a Grognak promo mini from Modifius's Fallout Wasteland Warfare line. If you're familiar with our channel, then you're probably familiar with that game. And we are giving this away tonight after the halftime break. So make sure you stick around for that. We had entries open all week long on our Instagram, on Discord. I think we had some stuff. We had it was open. It was all over the place. And you folks did a great job showing up. You will see the giant spinning wheel in the middle there. And we are very excited.
Spinning wheel
goes round and round. And it's going to come around at halftime, though. So you'll have to stick around for that, and we will get in touch with you then. If you want to continue to get some entries in, and I think we've got some folks doing it already on the live stream, comment !prize pack, all one word, !prize pack in the live chat there today. That's going to get you another entry into this draw. So it's going to be stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks as far as entries. And also, if you're one of our Patreon members at the Chosen One level, then you already have an automatic entry in there as well. So I think you can get a max of 4 entries. And the most important one of all, if you're able to do it, is by donating to our Fallout for Hope Ukraine humanitarian aid fundraiser. There's links down below. There's links in the live chat. Every dollar counts. We are this close to raising, and you can see it on this bottom of the screen there. We are so close to that $1,000 mark. You folks have been so amazing donating day after day, week after week. George Keith went ahead and donated another awesome, huge donation today to bring us just this close to that $1,000 goal. So if you can, get on in there. Every dollar counts. All donations are being matched. $15,000 has already been raised through Project Hope and Fallout for Hope, and that's all going to get matched by an anonymous matching donor. So every dollar counts. Please, please.
I've had a bit of a shit week. Yuri's gonna go over there and toss in 15 bottle caps right now.
We'll do it 14, because that way we can get somebody down here to be our lucky thousandaire.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll do it 14, and then someone else come in and donate $1.
Honestly, if everyone watching the stream donated $1 today, that would all be matched and all be doubled, and it would go so far towards helping a lot of people that really need it, because there's a lot of people that need it, and we can help, and we are. So that's the last way you can get your entries in. All the other entries are closed except for the live chat one there. Anyone on Twitch, please do the same. And we've got this Grognak, which is going to be coming your way very, very soon. But that's enough with the giveaway stuff. You know how to do it. Please, please, please consider donating to Project Hope today. But thank you to all you wonderful Wastelanders out there who keep coming back week after week. I know a lot of you have already donated, so thank you so much. And to any new viewers out there, welcome. Nice to see you. Speaking of which, who do we have kicking around tonight? We got a lot of the regular cast of criminals here. George Keith, Vault Viking. Who else we got? Hondat. It's good to see you. Ryan Gale. Amazing. And we got some new folks in there too. J Rock. That's awesome. Who else we got? Oh, EI Scorpy is back. I still can't say that name. And Ghost Flame Gaming, one of our, who's going to be starting up their own 2D20 game, I believe, coming up very, very soon. good to see you. Happy you can make it live. Anyway, it's nice to see all you folks. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get down to business. If you want to get involved with the Discord and all the Instagram and all that fun stuff, you can find those links down below. What else? Big shout out, of course, to the crew at Fantasy Grounds as well, because if I'm able to Twitch stream appropriately here at the moment, you will see in just one moment a brand new virtual tabletop, which we will be playing with starting tonight. There it is there. Look at that, our Fantasy Grounds background. Fantasy Grounds has just launched a virtual tabletop for Fallout 2D20, and you can get your hands on that right now. There's a great Twitch that the Modifius folks and Fantasy Grounds did earlier today, which I was watching in on. It was a ton of fun. If you're into virtual tabletop stuff, this is awesome. We're still getting all the bits and bobs integrated from that other virtual tabletop, tabletop simulator, into a much more high-powered, automated, and streamlined one here. Myself and Grant were screwing around with it today, and it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, I've actually had a license for Fantasy Grounds. I was going to use it for D&D, but I always felt a little intimidated, so I never even went in to look. But like we were messing around for like 15 minutes, and my character sheets filled out. We have a combat tracker. I was able to attack by one click, and like it was done, resolved, hit location effects. All of that gets like I'm super excited to get into this more.
Yeah, same.
We have our 1,000 air. Pandora
Yeah,
just took
I'm
over
going,
the $1,000 mark.
What? You guys were just talking. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Raj first.
We're over a $1,000 mark.
Oh, we hit it. We hit it and then some. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. We got a flood of folks coming in. That's so great. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Let me just refresh the list here so I can give some shout outs. Pandora coming into the team. Amazing. Hitting that mark. Well done. That's our 1,000 there. Good on you, former giveaway winner there. But yeah, amazing. Thank you guys so much. We're going to have to increase that goal again, I guess. Justin, you were saying?
Oh, I was just saying, I'm super excited to actually get into the Fantasy Grounds proper and use all the assets. They look really cool. The one-click shot thing looks awesome.
It's super fun. I'm going to be using it for a lot of the behind-the-scenes DM stuff today, and the guys will get their character sheets integrated for next week. So big shout-out to the gang over at Fantasy Grounds for letting us demo and try this out, because we are absolutely loving it. And yeah, I have a good feeling that it's going to become the regular part of our background of the game. But speaking of the game, not the rapper, but the thing what we're doing here today, let's get into it. But before we do, the obligatory disclaimer that Fallout tends to deal with some potentially icky situations. So you can expect to see potentially some violence, mature subject matter, and fucking swears in our show. So just be aware of that before we get rolling. If you don't think that's the thing for you, then you know you are free to leave now. But I think you're going to enjoy it because we avoid going to any particularly dark and nasty places. But we just like to have a lot of fun. And who doesn't like saying fuck? It's a great word. But we're going to move on now to reintroducing everyone to our cast of characters here across our new virtual tabletop, which I'm very excited about. Let's get things kicked off with Justin. Justin, tell us a bit about yourself and your character.
Hi, yeah, you all know me. I'm Justin. I play Yuri Andropov, a ghoul, wastelander, and priest. Super excited to get back into the regular flow of things. I'm really excited to wrap up this campaign. I think we've got a couple episodes left, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on how the next couple of sessions go, because we are reaching, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting to sort of that penultimate session where, you know, things are really starting to click off. But yeah, very excited for what's coming up next and to see where you guys will take this. And speaking of you guys, let's move on to the next one, and we'll go with Raj. Raj, tell us about yourself and good old Johnny Bottlecap.
Hello, Overseer and friends in the digital world. My name is Raj, and I play the character of Johnny Bottlecap. He is lovable is probably a good word that I would choose to describe him.
Accurate.
He's not so brainy, but what he lacks in intelligence, he certainly makes up for in gusto and stick-to-itiveness. You know, he's a very determined fellow and looking to do some good out in the world. And
Enthusiastic as fuck. Enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Very enthusiastic. Thank you.
Just a real go-getter. He doesn't know where he's going, and he doesn't know what he's getting, but
But
he's
he'll
on the
go
way.
get it for you.
But he'll go
He's
get it for you.
He's gonna go get it.
He's gonna
Here's
go.
another thing you didn't ask me for.
He gonna go get it. And last up on our list is Yuri Andropov. We did you already. Sorry,
It's Grant.
It's Grant. It's Grant.
Me.
It's Grant. It's the rifle. We did you already.
It's
Sorry,
me.
I just really like Yuri. Apparently, I want to introduce you.
It's-
It's Grant. Grant, tell us about yourself and the rifleman.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Grant.
and I play Grant Charles. Sorry. Yeah, no. Grant Elliot Charles Kingsmith. I had to think about that for a second. It's been a long week. I realized after a few decades wandering around in the wasteland here that everything is about your perspective. I ran a half marathon. Sounds so much better than I quit halfway through a full marathon. So I'm getting about living. That's what the rifleman's all.
There
all
you
about.
go. He's not halfway dead. He's still half alive, right? There you go.
I am half alive.
I like that. That's a great way to go. Well, now that we've got the cast, and I'm Ryan. I play 16 different characters in any given episode, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I think we've gotten to it now. So let's set the stage and recap the last few hours. But really, it's the last few weeks, which you folks have spent adventuring through the Colorado territories as we know it. And you are on the verge of finally securing this trade route for the people of Longmount. Thanks to some epic side questing, you've secured the goods you need for your caravan to ensure that this small wasteland settlement is able to continue on thriving. Might be a bit of a stretch, but surviving. No less. And you were able to do so thanks to some partnerships and working and wheeling and dealing with the Crimson Caravan, as well as Trader Joe in the Boulder City Grand Bazaar. Now, with the logistics more or less locked down at this stage of the game, all that really remained to beef up the defenses was a little firepower for your caravan and an offer from the New California Republic, which have recently set up shop in Boulder City, was a little too good to pass up. Because in exchange for keeping these roads to Longmount clear of dangers, the NCR has tasked you three with tracking down the remnants of Caesar's Legion, who have been attacking caravanners in the area, including yourselves, while you were out hauling water for the Crimson Caravan most recently. After trekking back to where you were jumped by the Legion, after having a quick conversation with some gunsmiths and some highwaymen and all kinds of bandits and mutants and robots in Boulder City proper, you found the spot where you were originally attacked by the Legion and their battle Brahmin, as it were. But when you got there, you found the area was swarming with feral mongrel hounds, feasting on the remains of these Brahmin, which you were able to dispatch pretty easily, or easy enough at least. But deciding that discretion is a better part of valor, you all skirted around the pooches, hoping not to do too much damage to yourselves or to them. And instead, you ran into a gang of raiders holed up in the ruins of Dogtown. After a brief but impressive firefight, all but one of these raiders lay dead. And you spared the surviving assailant, at least for the moment, to interrogate this scabber about any Legion-related goings-on. His answer left Grant somewhat bewildered, as this raider asked you all if you've ever heard of Granby. Now, it's a town we've heard about, only in bits and bobs and rumors here and there. We know that it's somewhat tied to Grant's somewhat shady past in some way, shape, or form. This brings us to the here and now, and the remains of a bombed-out convenience store on the edge of Dogtown. It's early evening. There's a stiff breeze picking up. It's gotten colder over the last couple days. It's noticeably more chilly now as fall is inching ever so closer to winter. The raider cowers in fear, arms up, the three of you standing in very close proximity. A gun was just up against his noodle, which Grant has so kindly removed as to not fully make this guy piss his pants. He's rambling on, quite literally shaking in his boots as he says, listen, just don't shoot, okay? If it's the Legion you're after, I might know a thing or two about that. Just like, have you ever heard of Granby? What do you do?
Before anyone else does anything else, I'm gonna raise my pistol to his head again, and say,
Why would you bring that up? What do you care about Granby?
everyone else is probably can tell Grant's being a little defensive. Maybe we struck a nerve.
Okay. The quaking goes to like now like full on like cowering, you know, like putting your hands up, you know, against a 44. It's not going to do anything other than give you some defensive wounds. But that's what's happening because he's real scared. Listen, I don't know much, but
Yuri puts his hand on gingerly on the tip of Grant's revolver and kind of just pushes it down and says, well, hold on. You said something about the Legion. This is something that we are interested in. Perhaps...
I'll lower my firearm.
Perhaps we can...
roll a contested firearms test.
I'm not fighting him. I'm just like, hey, well, if you want to blow this guy's head off, you can. Yuri's not going to stop him, but
Got it.
he kind of wants the info first.
Okay.
Says, what do you know? You mentioned the Legion. What do you know about the Legion in this area?
Not a lot, but oh god, okay. Just we might have run into him. Some guys who claimed that they were ex-Legion a while back, and well, Shifty there, he points to one of the, you know, the raider whose head you've popped fully off, Grant. They've been moving back and forth, and well, I mean, we got into it a couple times, and well, he made a bit of a deal that, you know, we leave them, they leave us, and it's worked so far, but all I know is that, you know, Shifty had a meeting with one of them out by Granby. That's all I know.
By Granby? Grant, how far is this Granby from where we are now?
I try to forget.
But I raise my sort of my pondering hand to my chin. Yeah, how many days walk do I think it would be from where we are now?
At a full clip, you know, not necessarily being all that, let's say, stealthy. You could make it there in under 24 hours, depending on terrain and how well Raj rolls on a D100.
Okay.
But no, it's about full tilt. It's about a day's ride from Boulder, and by ride I mean walking because you ain't riding much.
Yeah.
If you were being a little bit more, you know, cautious, then you'd probably be looking at more like day and a half, 2 days.
Okay.
Again,
Right.
situation
I'll
dependent.
pass this on without being deceptive or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, at that, Yuri will nod, and he'll take out a pack of pre-war cigarettes and offer the guy one.
Is this good cop, bad cop?
Shh! Don't.
I'm your friend. He hates you.
Yeah, I'll offer it to him and light it up and say, "No, listen, friend. You are going to die in this ditch. There will be a hole placed in your head, and you will be forgotten for all of eternity. However,
He's
that's
like
the bad news.
sucking this thing down like.
The good news is that there may be something that you can do to change this. I may be able to persuade my compatriot here, my comrade, to spare your life, but that is entirely dependent on you. I cannot help you with this."
Let's go. Okay, sure. This is, you know, the equivalent. You're convincing him.
No,
of
no,
sorts.
I'm not deceiving him.
Okay, no, I mean,
we'll fucking end this.
okay, that's
This
a good.
is true.
That's a very, very, very good
This
point.
is not a deception roll. This is
okay.
not like this is a logic roll.
Okay.
You see that
Fair-
ditch outside?
Fair
You're
enough.
gonna be in it.
I will, in that case, make a roll for, and I will use fantasy grounds because I can. Let's pull up our raider here.
Let's
He's
use our new
going.
stuff.
he's not very good at things. So we're gonna call this a survival test. Let's see how smart this dipshit is. He makes a roll, critically fails.
No.
Yeah. He at this he like smokes. He like finishes just before the cigarette's down, and right before it's out, he flicks it directly in your eyes or in your face. Attempts to there, Yuri, and he bolts for the door and like not gracefully at all, and he books it. What do you do?
I shoot him in the leg.
Okay.
My gun's out.
What's that?
Like my gun's out already.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not trying to kill him, but I'm definitely gonna do an aimed shot.
Okay. Yep.
To his leg.
With your pistol, yeah.
Yeah, with a pistol.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say something too.
It's difficulty 1. I mean, he's like running. It's not good. He's like tripping over like dust and debris, and also his dead compatriots as he runs. So yeah,
okay,
it's a good shot.
I'm not gonna do any action points. I'm rolling.
That's a critical success, Grant.
On a tag skill, baby.
Wow. Okay.
He's not gonna be doing a lot of walking.
He's
okay,
not
so
doing anything.
Your
He's
walking
having
days are over.
With a critical success, I will give you this. You can roll damage if you want. You do not have to, because you might kill this guy. I don't know, right?
I just want to flesh wound him.
With a critical success, like rolling a legit natty 1, I will let you choose. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, right. Like, so it's like, can I hit him in the foot?
The foot, absolutely.
Like, you can still die from losing blood in your foot, but like, I'll shoot his foot off.
Yep.
Is that terrible?
No, I mean,
he's not gonna die from losing blood from the foot.
We'll tourniquet it.
Yuri will stop that. Yeah.
Yuri's
so
here.
His foot's probably gone.
I was about to say there is no foot. This isn't the foot you're looking for because it doesn't exist. It just like splatters and he just drops wailing. It's not great, but he's like, at first it's that shock thing, like, oh wow, you shot me.
He's doing the Saving Private Ryan guy picks up his arm.
He picks up his own foot. Yeah, 100%.
He shot me right in the leg.
Yeah. Oh God.
Very badly.
Who throws a shoe? Honestly. And he's down, and now once the initial shock literally wears off, he starts to not be doing so good. Oh gee, oh my god, he loses, I don't know, we'll call it a critical injury, sans hit points. You deal 5 points of damage and blow his goddamn foot off. What do you do?
Yuri's gonna continue to smoke his cigarette and say, Johnny, would you be so kind as to put pressure on that wound? Otherwise, he's going to bleed out.
I mean, I guess.
Do I have to?
Yeah. So Johnny like tears a piece of cloth. Actually, he's gonna use his broken pool cue and kind of use it to kind of like twist.
Tourniquet action.
Yeah. Like he's not gonna die from that.
Yeah. He might die from an infection from that, but he won't die from blood loss right this second. He's going to lose the leg if the tourniquet situation doesn't get fixed, but yeah.
How many cripples are we going to send back to Longmount? Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Handicapables.
Severely injured human beings are we going to send back to Longmount?
I don't know. What do? You got a Screaming Raider,
my nickname in high school.
Screaming Raider. There's a raider screaming very loudly on the floor. What do you do?
It's kind of Grant's rodeo. I think Yuri's just gonna continue to smoke a smoke.
All right, I'm gonna go over. So Johnny's tourniqueting the stump.
Correct.
We
run a classy show here, folks.
This is some Pulp Fiction level shit right here.
A little bit. It got dark today. Good thing I said that warning.
Fucking swears.
Listen, I'm not sure where in the conversation you misunderstood that this is a negotiation. I'd like to remind you that we want you to tell us things. And that's the only reason why you're alive. Because we don't like you. And you're an asshole.
Are you
Okay.
not? Yeah, go ahead. You do you.
He's fairly convinced at this point, we'll say. Listen, man, just oh God, you gotta get me a stim pack quick. Come on, I'll tell you whatever you want. I'll tell you whatever you want.
Yeah, that's Yuri's opening. He'll go over and he's like,
I have no stim pack for you, but I will do what I can. And I'm gonna roll medicine.
Let's clickety clack. Your math rocks, buddy. Do a first aid
target
check.
on this is fuck. I'm so good at smart stuff.
You're really smart. You're a smart dude.
It's a 16.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
That's
really good.
areas here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
16, and I get to re-roll one of the dice.
Lab coat.
Lab coat. That is one success and an 18, so I'm going to re-roll that. Yeah, that's 2 successes. Neither of them are critical, but I also have the perks medic and healer, so like he's taken care of.
You get him stabilized essentially. Like, I mean, we'll suspend the medical disbelief in that. Like, he's not gonna die right now. But like, I mean, he without like a doctor and or a stim pack, he will die sooner than if he just continued on living his life. He's got like about a day in him now, maybe.
How far away are we from Boulder City?
Couple hours. You're about only a few days ride.
So about a day. It's about a day's hobbling distance.
Yeah, moving at the speed that he's moving. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge.
Okay.
We'll tell him where to crawl.
Hey, like I'm just putting pieces together.
Sure.
So,
as I'm doctoring him up, I'll say to him, you really have very few options left. You're going to die from this wound unless you go see Doc Carter back in Boulder City.
Nice.
I cannot help you any further than this. I am a field medic at best. I can point you in the direction. I'm sure you know it, but you will never make it there unless you tell us what we need to know. You're running out of body parts. And then I'm going to stop saying stuff.
That's good. He at this he responds back, "Okay, all right, I'll tell you. I'll head back, but as long as I can tell them that they're not going to shoot me, are they? Because we
Put
don't
your
usually...
fucking hands up. Is this your first time? Like, obviously, like you're going to do some fucking time.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I was gonna say because like you would know that like the raider gangs in the Badlands around Boulder City are persona non grata.
This is not a I can help you. This is like this is the only option that you really have. Your best shot.
Okay, go turn yourself in.
Maybe he fucking has some raider buddies out there. I don't give a shit.
Sure. Okay.
Does he have tattoos?
Does he have tattoos?
Is there anything obvious? Like if he took off his shitty raider armor, is there anything obvious about the raider status? Like basically Grant's going to tell him to take his raider shit off. And
so yes, good call. But you do notice right away, and you will recall from earlier, much earlier in the campaign, he does have a black ring sort of tattooed into his neck. He's one of the ring neck gangs. Yeah.
That's classy with the K.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, but he takes this. He knows what's up. He agrees to this deal. He tells you. I'll do it in character. Okay, so if you head out, you saw the trap we have there. We got more of those and a lot more. Some of them have a lot more. Bang than boom, if you know what I mean. So he gives you a rough routage on how to.
Yeah, we're gonna do that scene with the bear Jew in fucking Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah,
where I'm like, you show me on this fucking map where those things are, or I'm gonna beat you to death.
That's exactly what happens. He gives you a quick lowdown of any more can traps, mines and stuff betwixt here, and you guys were trying to get sort of around to somewhere where you could have more open tracking. To get from the outskirts of from the Badlands to like the actual wilderness proper. He gives you a route through the bombed out buildings and whatnot that will get you there without setting off any other raidery bits and bobs, and reiterates that his raider boss had made a bit of a tangential deal with some folks who identified themselves as ex-Legion, and that that their boss had a meeting with one of their leader out near Granby.
I'm gonna ask him the name of this leader. Who is he?
Well,
What's his
well,
name?
I don't know. Called him Mick something. I don't know.
Yeah, cocked eyebrow, right at Johnny and Grant. That's who we're looking for.
It's not who you're looking for.
All
Viewers will recall that that MacArthur is the name of the narrator. MacArthur is the ex NCR soldier who is again persona non grata. Who the NCR has tracked you specifically of finding his group of Legion remnants. Was NCR, turned Legion, not so fun, according to the NCR.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just say good luck, dipshit.
Yep,
Boulder
he scuttles off, and he is gone. Add yourselves a quantity of junky type weapons. There's only a couple pipe rifles, some the equivalents of boards and or tire irons, and road leathers from the slain ones that you had. I believe there was 5 in total, so 4 of them were dead and 1 of them ran off, so 4 of each.
4 times road leather and 4 times. Can I just say common scrap instead of like
2 times? If you wanted to scrap those down instead, okay. Yep, we'll do that. Yep, we'll just call it 4 pieces of common materials. Then in that case,
okay, cool, tight.
Yep.
I'll whisper over to Grant and be like, "Do you think you'll actually make it?"
I mean, it depends on where it is. He'll make it somewhere. It might be 10 feet from now, but
I'll give him a little smirk. Say, "Oh, all right. So shall we continue on then? We have a good, well, depending on this man's information, we'll have. Actually, can I do a survival roll or something based like to figure out whether or not the information that he gave us was good?
Like an insight check type deal.
Yeah, like if this game system had like an insight.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Everybody heard this. I'll let everybody do it. Actually, Johnny, you might be the most. Actually, what I'll do is it might make most sense if Johnny does the test and one of you assists. Then in that case,
I'll let Grant assist because I think he's got better.
I'm pretty perceptive. Yeah.
Johnny, you were listening to this whole spiel, and you've grown pretty accustomed to hearing tall tales when you were in the vault, and you've also become accustomed to them because you tell the odd tall tale yourself. So why don't we make it? It's going to be a weird combo roll. It's going to be charisma plus survival. And Grant, I will let you roll a d20 to assist.
I will roll a d20.
Survival?
It was a 9.
Charisma survival. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's not good. So I rolled a 10 and a 19.
Okay, well, it was only difficulty 1, so the 19's not a complication. But what was your target?
9.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
I
Now,
know,
Grant, though.
I succeeded.
Okay. All right. So one success was all that you required. Yeah, you get a vibe that sounds about right. You don't have he was incentivized to tell you guys the truth. So yeah, you figure as best you can that it's pretty legit.
All right.
Okay.
We get a maybe 20-30 meters away, and I'm going to stop and look back at this guy crawling. Does it seem like he's in pain?
You look back just in time.
Foot's gone.
his foot's gone. But as you look back, Grant, you and by looking back, we'll say you have to sort of like shimmy sort of around some of these buildings to get an eye on him because it's getting a lot more sort of congested where you are right now. But you do see, as he's sort of about to bend a corner towards somewhat freedom, some of these dogs that were not too far away appear to have been appear to have been attracted by the screaming of said raider, and you see just as he sort of is able to turn around a corner, a group of 3 of these dogs descend upon him through the alleyway, and you don't see it, but you hear it.
Okay.
And it's not good.
Okay, dokey.
Yeah.
I was gonna shoot him if he was like struggling. Like I'd like shoot a horse with a broken leg.
Sure.
So this saves me some ammo, I guess.
Yeah, save the bullet. He's
all right.
He's good.
Or maybe now I should shoot him.
Now would probably be the best time, but you can't. But it's unfortunately it's too late for our friend. But as you continue upon your way, how do you continue upon your way? What's your plan here?
I'll scout ahead with Duke, and
Duke is at home.
Wait, did
Duke and Enola were left behind?
Duke and Enola were left behind on this,
as well as Doorman Guns and
correct.
Mr. Microwave. With a plethora of NPCs, y'all decided to go out alone.
Small crew.
Small crew.
You know I forgot about that. All right, I'll go like 25 meters. Let's say about 100 feet ahead. For our American friends.
Sure.
And any other countries that still use Imperial, I don't know. Then I'll go ahead and just sort of keep pace with the group behind me, but my head's on a swivel.
Okay. You all make your way, sort of dip, duck, diving, and dodging. Some of this, the raidery bits through sort of the last part of the Badlands here, and why don't we go ahead and add, while you're sort of scouting ahead there, Grant, we're gonna go ahead and add 2 frag mines, which I think you already had a couple, to your inventory. I won't make you roll for disarming and yada 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 yada, because, well, let's move this fucking story ahead, shall we? So we'll add 2 of those to your, and if you look on Fantasy Grounds, we have all these fancy things that I can do here. Ooh, mines. Ooh.
I think I had 4 already. I think I spent all the money we had on 4.
So yeah, we'll call that 6 now. You go about your grim work, and sort of you're going ahead disarming sort of these things. What's sort of this journey look like for Johnny and what's your freaking name? Yuri.
Go ahead, Johnny. You go first.
He's kind of just like got an eye on Grant because he's acting weird, like he doesn't usually act, it seems. So he's like, I'm just gonna do whatever he does. Like Grant's got his gun out, Johnny's got his rifle out too, right? Like if Grant looks left, Johnny's kind of looking left. Like,
okay, that's
he's a little paranoid. Yeah.
Okay, I like this. Yuri.
Yeah, I think that Grant being so triggered by the mention of Granby and like kind of going a little bit, just getting the tackles up. Grant's normally a pretty cool, even-headed dude, and just seeing him kind of get rattled is puts Yuri not on the edge, but he's watching Grant. He thinks something is up.
Okay,
they've had a good relationship for a while, and he kind of like the same way that Grant could suss out that something was wrong with Yuri. Yuri's sussing out that Grant might be a little on edge and jittery about this. So he's just kind of watching him, observing him.
Yeah,
I got
that tracks.
Sherlock Holmes kind of slung around my hip and not really too concerned about it. I think we can probably handle anything that comes.
Yeah.
Last words.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. I won't make you roll for it. I think it's pretty obviously, shaken by what happened in there, and you all sort of heard this word Granby getting thrown around here and there enough to have seen his reaction to it when it happens. But The rest of this sort of afternoon, early evening goes on pretty much without a hitch. You're able to get your way through the Badlands, closer and closer, to the actual edge of town, and then find yourselves in much more familiar setting. It's a lot more like this area surrounding Longmount where you are now as you make your way out of Dogtown, and after about a kilometer or so, sort of off the beaten path. Well, I guess I'll ask you guys. Grant, you would know that this location is about a day's trek away from where you are ish. At a full clip. And you've got multitudes of ways of getting there. You know that there's full on straight up roadways, highways. You could go overland, sort of trekking. What's the gang's game plan? And in fact, we'll say that after about an hour or so of traveling, taking a bit of a break, you were all there and have a moment to have a little bit of a confab. How do you want to approach your trek to Granby?
Before we say anything to each other, what do I know about the area around Granby?
Fantastic question. You know that it's
plains, mountains.
Yeah, it's in sort of the edge of the foothills, so it's very getting into those rolling hills and sort of deep valleys. Think very much Kananaskis country in the Rocky Mountains of southern Alberta. It's in sort of before you get to the mountainous regions, but that the town proper, at least the last time you were there, was very, very sparsely populated. And only sort of a few sort of agrarian farming sort of families. If Longmount is small, this place was tiny,
Okay.
and very, very much just growing dirt farms and potatoes. Was sort of
a bunch of mud farmers and sheep rapists.
Just a bunch of dirt farmers, yeah, pretty much. And that's more or less the topography. There's that it is in a bit of a valley. Other than that, there's a dry creek bed that ran through sort of the town proper, and like legit like one Brahmin town. Like there was the town square, if you will, not even that, was a couple of old outbuildings from pre-war times.
Okay. All right.
Yes, we're having a little bit. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Raj.
You're all together?
Raj, go ahead.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say I'd rather stay off the road.
Okay.
It'll slow us down a bit, but I propose that we kind of maybe go parallel to the road so we can see it. We can see if there's other travelers, but we basically go off-roading because we don't have Enola to have to worry about, and so we can just go at the pace of, whatever we can walk, but less chance of us getting encountered by others, especially if we're trying to be a little stealthy.
True. Gang?
I don't actually want to exclude Johnny from this. Yuri wants Johnny to hear this just in case. And he's going to like kind of not grab Johnny, but like do that thing with the elbow where you're like, come on. And we're going to walk a little bit closer and faster to Grant if we're having a little bit of a respite.
Yep.
Yeah.
And say, Grant, I'd like you to stop, please.
Yeah, I'll stop.
What's in Granby? What happened?
There's no like illusion here. There's no workaround. It's just he's just gonna ask him the fucking question straight up.
Yeah, Grant. He kind of raises his rifle. It's just kind of out, low ready, low carry or whatever. Kind of puts it across his shoulders.
Granby is where my honor went to die.
What are we going to be walking into when we go there?
Well, unless Color's waiting there for me with a loaded firearm, nothing but bad memories for me, as far as I know. maybe a corpse in the mines.
Viewers will remember that Cutler, now known as St. Louis, was
Godspeed you, St. Louis.
Godspeed you, St. Louis, was Grant's old partner, if you will, right-hand man. Get it? 'Cause he's only got one arm.
He's only got one arm.
When Grant was in the Highwaymen, a group of, we'll call them mercenaries, for lack of a better term.
Are you, will you be able to keep a lid on it there? Is this going to become an issue the closer we get? I understand how PTSD works on the mind.
You would?
Yeah, I don't have any PTSD at all. I don't know why you'd even...
Pile of corpses.
I don't have any PTSD at all. I don't know why you even bring that up. I'm completely fine. I've made my peace with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Roll for deception.
You're totally fine.
Yeah, actually, yeah, 100%. I want to roll. Can I roll medicine intelligence on this?
Speech.
Yeah, we'll make it a contested roll. Most successes takes the day. And Johnny, you get in on this too.
Hey.
Johnny's just watching me like, what the fuck? Why are my two dads fighting?
Why are my two dads fighting? Grant, you roll charisma and complication. Good job. Crit fail. Doesn't matter what you rolled. You fucked up.
I did a charisma speech. I got a complication, and I didn't pass.
And you did not pass.
Didn't pass, and it's complicated.
Okay, you got each of you roll for let's go medicine. What did you propose there, Yuri?
I thought like medicine intelligence, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if you wanna
Sure.
do perception plus survival.
Dealer's choice: intelligence, medicine, or charisma. Charisma speech.
I'm obviously gonna. I will do intelligence medicine.
But to see whether he's lying or to see whether he's like fully, fucking shitting his pants right now.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't pass, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you don't crit fail, you guys are fine.
Successes, and one of them is a critical.
Okay.
Because my medicine is buku.
Okay. Johnny?
I got 2 non-successes, let's just call them.
Okay.
16 and a 17.
Johnny, you're still sort of flummoxed about what exactly it is that's
Who is this guy?
that's going on. Like you're not sure. Like you're going to a place but you're not sure why. Like whereas these. Yuri can tell that Grant's trying to put on some sort of a show here. You're still just kind of like confused as to why they're arguing in the first place. But Grant, you did not sell this in the slightest.
Yep.
All right.
Yuri will just say, things are going to get harder the closer that we get. I will keep an eye on you and support you as best I can.
Yeah, I'll put my hand on Yuri's shoulder too, in sort of like a half. I'm picturing like a grade 9 dance when people are like both like this, but only it's like one of my hands.
Yep.
All righty. So, all right, get it together.
You broke him.
We broke Grant.
Yeah,
Broke Grant.
Yeah, you broke Grant. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Break.
I'll lean in a little more, and I'll just say like,
Kiss.
Yeah, I appreciate that, my friend.
and then I'm kind of like I skedaddle back forward again. I don't want to talk anymore.
I don't like the way that's going.
Grant's being grumpy bear.
Sure.
Yeah.
You move off and you continue about your way. Do you guys want to travel through the night? Do you want to make camp? How do you want to do? Well, I guess I'll say that you continue about your way, doing this sort of off highway jaunt. If you want to try to remain like undetected, you'll have to do like some little. So you want to like beeline it? You want to try to go for camp for the night? What's the move?
Yuri will say to Grant, and Johnny will say, I will defer to you both. You are better at the whole tracking survival thing than I am. However, it would seem to me logically that moving at night would make us much more hard to detect. I would prefer to make as much ground as we can while the sun is down.
Yeah, I look at Johnny.
Yeah, that works for me. Travel under cover of night.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy to keep going. I suggest we slow down a bit because we won't be able to see what we're coming up upon.
I have 60-foot night vision. Wait, hold on. Let me check my.
Wrong. You move on, and you continue on. It's more or less safe travels. Why don't you all give me, about another 20 minutes or so down the road? Let's go ahead and give a perception plus survival difficulty dose.
All right.
Team roll.
Ooh.
Everybody, give me
Everybody.
Perception survival.
Okay, I got 1 success out of that.
Yeah, I also got 1 success.
Survival is normally okay. So endurance. Yeah, I gotta roll manually here.
Yep, do that.
Yeah, no successes.
Okay,
Cool.
Johnny.
1 success.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Well, each of you got 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear that. Yeah, I think we're having a slight connectivity issue, but I think we're doing. I think we're just refreshing, as it were. So if you folks are having a minute hearing us here, we should be. We might be a little bit choppy, but I think we're coming back. Okay. Okay, we're back. Hondat says we're back, and I take Hondat's word as gospel. So there we go. Yeah, you with that 1 check, you are betwixt the 2 of you. I'll say between Raj and Justin, Yuri, and Johnny, you were able to. Oh wait, no, we're lagging again. We're just gonna hang on 1 second here, gentlemen, and we're vamping, and we're vamping.
And we're vampires.
We could take a 5 here as well if you wanted.
We could, yeah. Let me just see if I can smooth operator it out on my end. Uno momento.
Just a couple of classic rock song references that were this episode now.
It is.
You say classic Roxanne references?
Oh,
and references.
there we go. Okay, I think we're back now.
Right.
We'll move on now. Now that I think that we're back, we'll go through here, and we're about to come up to the halftime break anyway, so it's a good chance. You between the 2 of you, Yuri and what's your freaking name, Johnny? You're able to put together as you're traveling in, and Grant, you are sort of so again, really thrown off by this whole Granby situation that what should have been easy for you to notice goes completely unbeknownst, but thankfully for your 2 compatriots are able to put it together, and you are able to get the slight track of Brahmin hooves along in and around this off the beaten path track that you're taking to Granby. Which would give you an idea that the Raiders' information wasn't completely off base. And as you head closer and closer to the town itself, you roll through the night, and things begin to get dark pretty quickly while you're rolling through. And it's not too much longer now. Having seen these Brahmin hooves, you're able to follow that track, and it takes a little bit longer, but it leads you further away from the road, and you can tell that this seems deliberate, and sort of looking back towards the wasteland or the Badlands, I should say, in Dogtown, it sort of starts to click that when you were traveling and seeing with the water caravan and seeing this bright flash of light and the glint off a scope or binoculars is coming from about where you was coming from about where you are now. It kind of it starts to fall into place that you were in fact being tracked for some time by these legionnaires and their battle Brahmin, several days before they actually launched their attack on you.
Okay.
As the darkness gets thicker and you move closer and closer, taking this path of these Brahmins towards Granby, and then not towards Granby, and then back towards the wasteland, and then back again. You feel that there was a deliberate path. And after a few hours, Grant, you start to recognize parts of this topography, even in the dark. And as you crest this very familiar-looking hill, you look down and see fires burning in the town of Granby.
Ooh.
And that's where we will take our break of halftime. Thank you so much for sticking with us so far, folks. Sorry for the lag a bit there for a bit, but hey, that's what you get when you're running on Moose Internet up in here in Canada. That's a nice little inside joke from a few sessions ago. Thank you all so much for joining. Make sure you get those prize pack, !prize pack tags in on the live chat here on both Twitch and on YouTube. I will tally all those votes, add them into the spinning wheel, and we will be back in halftime to get that all going. Of course, if you can, please consider donating to our Fallout for Hope charity as well. Links in the description as well as in the live chat up at the start of the episode. I'll repost that here when we go into the second half. Donating there, even if it's just $1, will get you an extra entry into the draw for this lovely Grognak the Barbarian in 3D mini that you folks can win. Thank you so much for everyone who's entered and donated. We're now at $1,039 of our goal that started off
amazing
at $200 about 2 months ago, not even. So we were having this conversation off screen earlier today. We are fucking floored by everyone's generosity. Our stupid little show has helped gain over $2,000 now for people who need it. There are no words. So thank you all so much for doing that. And we will be back in, we'll call it at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. So 15 minutes from now, give yourselves a bio break, grab yourself a new beverage, and we will be back very shortly with the conclusion of this episode and the draw for the Grognak Mini. So stay tuned. We will be right back after these messages.